So Jen said how to structure free low-cost community workshops and webinars. So Jen, where are you zooming in from?
Hi, I'm in Colorado, in the US.
Okay, great. And when you say, do you mean like how to, what kind of content to put in them and in what order?
No, so I have some that I'm basically ready to run, and there's clearly interest from the people that I'm talking to about that they're topics that they need. Like the one we're doing for December is how to navigate difficult family relationships during the holidays. Um, and so a big part of why I'm offering them is to be the, very low barrier to come talk to me, ask questions, hear me talk, hear my perspective. So I definitely want attending them live to be free. And someone that I've worked with and collaborated on some things in the past generally does this sort of thing, records it, and then sends out the recording for free as well. And what I've noticed is that she gets very little engagement live. Very few people actually show up and like participate live, which is part of what I want because I want that community feeling of people, talking to each other and not just me talking at the screen because I could record that and put it on YouTube and not schedule it live. And so I'm wondering if it would make more sense to like offer the download of the recording for a small cost to encourage people to come live, or if at this like very very beginning of launching my business it makes more sense to just get it out there for free even if nobody shows up live, just so that there's no barrier even after the live call is over, I guess is the thing that I'm thinking about.
Let me just reflect what I'm hearing to make sure I got it. You have some workshops that you want to have serve as a kind of introduction to you and people can see who you are and what you're about. And you're kind of wondering how do I structurally use them? Like, do I do it as a free live thing with no recording? Do I just put the recording on my website? Do I just have it on YouTube? Where do I put it? What do I do with it? Am I hearing right?
Yeah, because my goal obviously is to have people, you know, hear my perspective and see whether or not they resonate with it. But also, a lot of what I do is building community. So I'd really like to have people there live, so there's that feeling of being in community. With
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so the first thing for everyone to know, there's no right answer to this. There's a lot of different ways, but it's good to remember what our goal is. At least from a marketing standpoint, the goal is that this somehow generates clients for us and a certain kind of client, not just anybody, but somebody who's a really good fit. And so that's got to be how we evaluate these things. Whatever we try, well, did it work? I mean, is it also ethical? Is it beautiful, but effective? Hey, that's not a bad thing to have going on. So, does this get us the kind of clients that we want? Because otherwise, what's happening is we're doing these, yeah, intro workshops and it's great. And maybe even we get a lot of good feedback, but no clients. And, this is a way you can burn out. So, I'll tell you what I do, and this isn't the only way to do it. So one is the first thing for everybody. If you're going to do an intro kind of workshop or a signature workshop, which I recommend, have one that you do over and over again. One of the challenges we can get into is we keep coming up with new workshops, and that is a road to burnout. Now, you can have maybe 3 or 4 workshops, but some people it's like every month or every quarter they're trying to come up with a brand new workshop. And I would just say the simplest version is have one signature workshop that's your overall intro. And this is the work that Bradley Morris and I have been doing together with our signature workshop thing. And for anyone who hasn't seen that, if you go to magicmedia.com/signature dash events, I'll put this link in the chat. You'll see 6 free videos. There's no opt-in even. You can just watch these 6 videos about designing a signature workshop. But it's one workshop that gives them the 30,000 foot view and lets them know if we're a fit or not. right? So repeating it over and over. That's the first thing. Second thing is, right, what do we do with it? I think let's imagine there's three primary uses of this. One, we host it for our own list from time to time. So it depends on the size of your list, but once a month, once a quarter, at the minimum, once a year, we do it live for our people. Please join in. I'm doing it live. Second use is we get hosted by other people to go in front of their audiences and share it. So we don't promote it, we don't market it. They just host us and we talk to their people. And this is how we reach new people. Good to keep in mind that anyone who attends either of those workshops, not everyone's going to buy. Fair, right? You're gonna have a good chunk of people who are going to come. They'll think it's interesting or not interesting. They're going to leave and they will never buy. There will be some who buy. Of the ones who buy, eventually, like at some point they buy in the next year or so, only 15% of them will buy, boom, right then. 85% of them will buy later. I would just consider that a fairly universal truism. So it's good encouragement. Like you do it and like, so few people bought now. But let's wait also, because down the road, some of them may buy in the next few months, depending on how well you nurture that connection with them and the trust. So number one, you host the workshops. Number two, you get it hosted by other people. And that's going to be most of it, by the way. Number two, that's really the vast majority of it is getting in front of other people's audiences. Because you, I don't know, you do it for your list and the first one's packed. The second one, there's less. The third, nobody. Because everyone who was going to come came to the first two. And you got to wait for the well to fill up with some new people before going out again. But third, is you could put it in what I call a starter kit. And so I'll do a screen share here so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see. Da-da-da. So this is my membership. Here's my membership. That's what it looks like. So the starter kit is what I've got here. So it's my ethical marketing starter kit. I'm going to be doing a webinar on this in the next 6 months at the latest because there's so much to say. But if people want to learn about my take on marketing, they go here and sign up. But also we do Facebook ads directly to this. And if you go to marketingforhippies.com/starter-kit, here's what you get. You get the full signature workshop plus a one-time 50% off coupon on any of my products. Here's what people are saying about it. Sign up for it here or here. Yeah. So that's the kind of join my email list. Now, when they sign up, there's also a series of emails that they get, which I can give you a quick tour of. But there's a lot of ways to do this, ways to send emails, but this is what I've got. So when they join, first of all, it's like, hey, here's your starter kit. You know, here's the link to here's what's in it. Here's the link to that to the page where you can get it. And here's what's coming up. And then, hey, here's what there's 13 emails that they get, one every day, very short. So exercise, ethical marketing number 1 of 13, the 5 fundamentals, and has a little clip, an outtake of a live workshop I did, another quick little 5-minute video, and then a 5-minute exercise. Email number 2, this is a bit about me, how marketing for hippies began. Number 3, talk about the importance of intent, clear intent. Number 4 is something I wrote years ago, Common Story, Jane the Practitioner in 7 chapters, where I articulated the frequent experience of my ideal clients here. And number 5, ethics, again, little video, 5-minute exercise, right? Here's what I do and why I do it. No exercise, but there are some poems. This one talking about niching, again, 3.5-minute video, 5-minute exercise. I won't go through all of them, but so there's an onboarding process that they get when they sign up. And what was I going to say? So that's another way to use the signature workshop is in a starter kit. And so there is a recording and people can sign up for that. And then the question of do you offer the recording of your signature workshop or not is up to you. But I would say if you want people there live, that is absolutely within your rights to say there's no recording. Now you might want to record it because sometimes you really nail it and you're kind of like, oh God, I'm glad I got that recorded. And you can use that in your starter kits. I'm going to replace this is the new one now because I was on fire. But you can just tell people you got to be there live. There isn't a replay for this. Um, and or if you want the replay, here's the starter kit, but then they're on your email list and they're starting to get some onboarding emails. So let me pause there. Those are some initial thoughts. I may have totally missed the thrust of your question.
Yeah, I think that's basically where I was going was like how do I both encourage people to be there live and then also have it be useful after the fact.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, Jen, thank you so much for calling in today.